Welcome back. You know, I was just over here minding my own business, chopping down some trees. Oh, we are on the Unorthoblocks server today. And I saw this guy, and I have a feeling that's another one of those skeleton traps. So I have run across quite a few of these skeleton horse traps while I've been here on the island. And let me tell you, if you're not expecting it, it's quite an exciting time when you're just casually running by and they all explode into action and have to chase you across the line so you can hide from them. So let's take a look. I'm going to run away real quick once the lightning strikes. No? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just my horse. Oh, okay. Maybe it's from one of those previous skeleton traps. Okay, that scared me because, yeah, this is one I didn't capture. He must have been running around here someplace. But that was, I was just afraid because I think I've had two of those. No, I think I've only had one, but that was more than enough. More than enough. I wasn't expecting the last one. I just sort of came right upon it. But I do have a few of these skeleton horses, which we do need to build them a permanent home. So I think it's going to be way over there on the other side of the island. But that is not what we're doing today. What we're doing today is fixing up my little bee colony here. Because I've got a few bees nests. 1, 2, 3. I got one in a tree way over there. I'm just going to leave it where it is. But I think I'm going to build a little house for these guys. Or at least a house to keep my chests and stuff in. Just as another quick build. So hopefully it won't take too long and we'll be done with this episode and you can get on with your day. And go do whatever you want to do instead of watching my video. Although I do thank you if you have taken time to tune in and watch. Because I know there are plenty of things you could be doing besides watching this video. So thank you. But let's get on with the build. So I have a collection of my beehives over here, which is actually just a few trees with a bunch of beehives sticking in them. And I thought I was going to build me a house to keep all my bee stuff in. Not so much put the hives in. I think I'm going to build like a little grove of trees for the hives to go in. But I do need a place to put in all the honey I collect and the honeycomb and, flowers and all that kind of stuff. So for this build, I've kind of picked out some what I call bee, in quotations, bee textures. So this is going to be a mixture of, I got a spruce foundation that I'm putting in there. And then it's going to have a kind of yellow honey colors, which is going to be the blocks for the rest of the building. So now that I've got all the spruce outline, it's a pretty small building. It's just this little kind of T-ish shaped area here. And I've got the spruce blocks all lined up the way I want them to go. On the interior, I've got some yellow terracotta, and I've glazed some of that so that it gets a nice little pattern on there. Kind of, almost has a little honeycomb pattern. But I'm going to lay down the terracotta in a pattern. And then inside of it, we're putting the yellow terracotta, non-glazed, as a contrast. And then for the rest of the floor, I'm going to lay out a pattern, or at least I'm going to try and figure a pattern out with these blocks. I have noticed that these yellow terracotta blocks, they've got a very distinct pattern, and they don't really lend themselves to a lot of different variation. You kind of got to put them in one area or they look a little confusing. And just to stick with the confusion, I am just going to basically put them into a checkerboard pattern. So we're just going to do every other block with the glazed terracotta, and then I'm going to fill in all the rest of it with the standard yellow terracotta. So we get that nice gold and yellow look, and all those are kind of pulled from the beehives anyhow. So you see those, you're going to know, yeah, it's going to be bee related. It's not going to be a stretch. It's not like red and purple or something like that. It actually looks like the beehives. So then for the rest of the building, I'm going to stick with the same color pattern and palette. So it's going to be the glazed terracotta and then the yellow terracotta in between. So the glaze is kind of like a highlight. The yellow is going to be the walls. And then I'm actually just going to throw in some granite, because I think the granite the yellow and the red and the granite don't look bad to me. Maybe they are bad. I don't know. I'm not the color expert. And then for the roof, I'm going to just do birch steps for the roof, because I think the lightness of the birch goes with the darker, gold of the terracotta, the yellow terracotta. But for that, I think I'm going to hop into a little time lapse, so then you can get a good overview of me putting in the walls and adding the building and stuff. And then when we come back, it should be all furnished and finished, and then I can give you a little tour of the place, and then we should be done for today, and you can get on with the rest of your exciting day. So there is my bee house, all completed. And on the inside, I did a bit of decorating and organizing. So we have chests around here to hold all the, honeycombs. We got chests to hold flowers for breeding. A few flowers here and there because the bees like flowers. Lighting. I kind of like the way this came out. And then my chests here for just building my shears and stuff for collecting the honey. And then out back I've got this very large yard, and I've been putting in a bunch of beehives here and there, all just sort of naturally scattered about, so the bees have a good place to to pick up their pollen and then drop off their honey. So this gives me more than enough honeycomb for what I need. Actually, what I need it for is I need to replace those. Those are all supposed to be that color, but I was sure I honeycombed them, but I guess I didn't. So I'm going to have to replace that one. I think I'll leave the one down the middle, but the ones on the corners all need to go because they are not looking good. And actually those over there, I only missed a couple of them, but I've got plenty of copper to do that with. And this is the end of this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye bye.